Hi Leo, this is Just with your June 2020 weekly read. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Leo, your career life looks like it's on fire. You are the star, so you're getting a lot of attention, a lot of accolades, and it's like job well done. There could be something that you've started and you're getting a lot of attention. So that's really good. I feel like a lot of you guys are very clear, you're very focused. Or if you're up for an interview, you're going to meet someone who is very clear, who's very focused. They stick to the facts. Excuse me. If you're meeting with a woman, that may be a little bit of a challenge, like trying to kind of connect with this person may be a bit of a challenge. Men, it would be better if you're meeting with the male. It'll be better to connect with this person. They're very clear. This woman may not be so clear. She may not even be truthful. So be careful with that. But I do feel that some of you are going to, you're starting something new, whether it be a new job, new career, new business venture, expanding your business to some extent. You may have to move. You may have to make some adjustments in order to get what you're looking for, but it looks like it'll be worth it because you may see a level of success that you've hoped for, you've dreamt, or you never even anticipated. So definitely career life looks really good. I see additional money coming to you, money making ideas. There is great energy around money making ideas. If you're thinking about starting something new, expanding on something, great time to do it now. Excuse me. Just know that everyone may not be able to help you, and things can change this week if you're trying to do it. Okay, you may have to put something on pause. If you do, it's not meant to happen right now. It's not a no, it's just like a not right now. And then if you wait, it does allow for you to have more options at your fingertips, and more options to consider and at your disposal. So waiting is not going to be a bad thing, and having to let possibly one idea or one way in which you were going to go, letting that go opens up a world and a new opens up a world of possibilities in the future. And this is like short term. This is like, going into next week, this week, going into next week. Home life looks really, really good. Some of you may just do something out of the ordinary, which you didn't expect to do. You may, what some may perceive, take a leap and do something foolish, but it's going to work. It's actually going to work. Some of you may move far. You may take a trip away from home and go at a really far distance, but this could be to buy property, to buy land. You may start to get into real estate of some sort, but again, it's going to be like some type of risk you're going to take. It is going to work out. And I feel like you're kind of like you have your old self back, at least when it comes to finances and career. It's like, and again, for some of you, you're still building your finances. So I'm not saying that all of you are breaking the bank. You're building yourself back up. But it's something about your home life is more stable now. Your home life is better now. And so now your career, like those two things looks to be really, really good for a lot of you Leos. And that may be the reason why you're willing to take some form of a leap that seems to be working for you. You may not see the full scope of this advantage that you have, or the benefits that'll come until November, December, around Sagittarius energy. So late November going into December time is when you might see it all culminate. But again, you're making some kind of leap. Others of you may just move in with someone or take on a roommate. You may do something that you thought you weren't going to do again, or that you said you would never do. I keep getting never say never, never say never, because whatever you said you never would do probably is going to happen now. I do see, again, building wealth. And as far as like your emotions, you're not in your feelings right now. You're in your head a lot, but everybody is. We have Sun and Gemini right now, so everybody's in their head. As far as making clear-cut decisions, cutting something out and moving forward, you may still be in a you may still be at the beginning stages of that, not yet ready to just cut something out and move on. And because you're not able to do it, to some extent, you may feel bound to it, okay, imprisoned by it to some extent. But again, that's just, don't let your mind get the best of you. And I don't feel like you will, just like any fire sign, that you can only take things, but for so long, you have to always change energy. And I do see that happening. There is a sense of you making an effort to try to fix something, to try to write something, to try to get something from someone. But it's not like you're not willing to give, but it is going to be like a compromise. But you do make the initial act, or someone could initiate some communication. But I see initiating communication, trying to work things out. But there's going to be a lot. Some of you may, if there's a 3-party thing going on here, like you had 3 people, one person is going to be out, and then it's just going to be the 2. And with the 2, there's so many possibilities. Okay. But be careful with that, because even that may change. That's kind of what I'm getting. So whatever this is coming up for you this week, there's a sense of you thinking that it's going to work, and then it doesn't necessarily work. Okay. And there's a loss that comes with it, and you feel like, okay, well, I'm just gonna have to walk away from it and leave it and let it go. I think I just said that, but there's gonna be a bunch of, did I just say that? So let me just say, some of you are gonna have, what do you call it? Not serendipitous moments, but what is that thing where, deja vu. There's gonna be some deja vu. I know I just said this to you guys. Didn't I just say that? That you're gonna have endless possibilities. I literally started talking as if I never said that. So there's gonna be some type of a deja vu, and I keep getting never say never, because now never is happening. So you're about to have some kind of deja vu going on in your life, Leos. Interesting. Okay. So don't fear whatever this thing that you have to kind of subside. Even if you feel like you've been done wrong, like you thought you believed in someone, you thought it was going to be that way, and then it's like nope, and you feel like you've been kind of done in, like somebody may do you in. Don't worry, because all of this is going to be to your benefit. That's all I keep saying. It's like it's going to be to your benefit. Love, singles. Well, you've been stung. You've been stung, and now that you've been stung, you have this. I don't give a damn about anyone. Every man for himself is your is your attitude right now in love. Get them before they get me. And some of you are trying to leave people behind. You may have gotten to know people, put yourself out there. You know how charismatic and infectious you Leos are, and now you don't want to be bothered with anyone. You're trying to get rid of all the people that that came around in your life. Like, no, I don't want to be bothered. I don't have time for this right now. And I feel like that's going to be kind of hard, because there could be at least one person who's now very resentful, and they're very resentful that you think you're just going to cut them off. You think you're just going to cut them off. I get it's a female energy here, so be careful. Someone's aiming to get your ass back, and they're not playing. So answer your phone. Answer your phone. I feel like for some of you, it's a burden. It's a burden. Isn't it just hard being you, Leo? Isn't it just hard being so irresistible and charming and, it's hard being you. I think a lot of you guys are just working a lot, and you have so many other things going on in life. Love is not necessarily the biggest focus, even though you want, you want love. So cut the crap. Okay. You want love. You are jaded as hell. So, you're very pessimistic when it comes to love, but you want love. You do want love. I feel like this whole gamut of, like, you may communicate with someone, or someone may want to communicate with you, and it's like no. Or you may communicate, okay, fine, it was nice seeing you too, okay, great, yeah, it was great talking to you, and then you literally block them, or you take them out of your log. It's just like, after that, okay, it's over, it's done. But this whole I don't want to be bothered, that's not going to last. I mean, by the time we get into July, you guys are back up and swinging and out there dating and all kind of stuff. So, yeah, this whole thing about I don't want love, if you have a Leo friend or whoever that's complaining about that, pay them no attention. You know you're Leo. Pay them no mind, because they'll be back out there again. They'll be back at it again. Okay, so Leo's couples. Well, you're not in a good place right now, right? You and your mate is having some problems here. I'm sorry isn't going to do it. Please believe me. Please forgive me. There could be 3 people here. There could be 3 people. Someone suggested a threesome. Did someone suggest a threesome? Did someone find out that someone was more than a friend? Yeah, it could be. Your mate may have done that to you. Go vice versa. But there could be this forgiving and forgetting is going to be very hard to do. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Forgetting and forgetting is going to be hard to do. Somebody is really pissed. My voice just changed. I'm sorry, guys. So also being honest about a situation is going to be problematic. I get like frailing, like your emotions is all over the place. Um, Anxious, nervous, overwhelmed is what I'm feeling here. And you're not sure exactly what's happening. There's a lot of secrets in this relationship too. Somebody's keeping a hell of a lot of secrets. A lot of secrets. Um, yeah, a lot of secrets. I feel like it's gonna come out every a little bit more secrets is going to come out for every season. So every water season. So Cancer in July, some things are going to come out. November, Scorpio season, some things are going to come out. And then probably the culmination of things going to come out in, what is that, March and Pisces season. But I feel like there's little bits of things that come out a little bit at a time. Some of you do want to work on your relationship. You're not saying anything about it right now. You're just trying to emotionally, you're trying to get your wits about yourself. You're really in your head. You're stressed out right now. You are. And you feel really controlled and stuck to this. You feel stuck to this relationship. If you had to cut someone out, it wasn't easy. Accepting being cut out of somebody's life isn't easy, and you feel stuck. Why are you stuck, Leo? Why are you stuck? I know some people have been saying in the comment section that they want to move and be with their person and they haven't been able to do some. If for those of you that's the case, you want to move and your person is one place and you're getting ready to do it. You're like, F it, I'm just going to do it and see how it all work out. It's going to work out. So, I'm not telling you what to do, but if that's the risk that you're going to take, because, Leos are like, anybody with a sugar, anybody with their Leo's addiction is risk. You got to take some kind of risk. So taking a risk and going to see your person, being next to your person, that's what some of you may be doing. Others of you, there's a sense of needing to communicate, needing to get things on track with your person. And here's the thing, you will be able to. There's going to be some type of communication that I do feel while communicating with this person. You do get on the same page. There's a lot of emotions, and you both become very vulnerable to each other, and you're very emotionally expressive, but you leave it feeling like, I want this, but I don't know how to get it back the way it was. And I think maybe the best thing is for me to leave it behind and let it go. And it's going to be very devastating for you, Leo, that you have to accept that fate. Or do you? Or do you? Do you? I feel like for some of you, there's a sense of you wanting to still try to figure out how can you work on this. You don't really know exactly where you're going in this relationship. I keep getting Leos are at a place where you guys, there's a sense of needing independence, wanting independence, but also wanting a relationship, not being able to kind of be honest about it because your person may just be a very black and white person, so there is no gray. And there's something you're stifling, like you're stuffing it down, but you need to do this, but you're not wanting to. You may feel like there's no options for me to do this. The love, the forgiveness, coming and being back with this person and fighting for the love because of heartbreak and pain. It is not going to be the easiest thing anymore. Even though there's a strong foundation between the two of you. You may have children, you may be even married. There's a foundation here. There's a sense of having to kind of address some unresolved issues going on, whether it be with your partner or with someone else, but you have to address a situation before you can fully clear yourself out. Okay, some of you have to forgive yourself and move on, is what it looks like to me. I also see for some of you, the challenge is somebody not being very committed, somebody being money hungry. Everything is about money. Everything is about what they can get out of the situation and wanting too much attention and kind of, again, can't necessarily be fully committed, but at the same time, like you want this person 1 minute. Now, it doesn't have to be you. It could be another person. This is the challenge in a relationship. Someone wants one person 1 minute, then they want another person, then they have to deal with this person. It's like they're kind of all over the place, right? I keep getting the challenges, conflict, a lot of conflict, but it's like one person creates the conflict or argues, and the other person just shuts down. They just completely shut down. And then it's like, well, you want to go out or you want to, and it's like, okay. And nothing ever gets worked on. Nothing ever really gets it solved and dealt with. It all gets glossed over, and you just start another day. It's just like a new day, and nothing was fixed, right? So then you have to deal with it again, and you're in another deja vu loop. And so in the extended, we're going to look deeper into this relationship. We're going to look at this person. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about the relationship? What do they want to tell you? What challenges do they have with you? What secrets are they keeping? How do they see you? How do they see this relationship? What do they want in the future with you? And ultimately, how's it going to work out? We're also going to look at Aries through Pisces. How do they feel about you? So if you're interested in that, click the link in the description box below. If you would like to share, do so in the comment section below. If you want to set up a personal love, any reading, if you want a personal reading with me, click the link to my website. You can set something up for yourself. And if you are new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I'll be back very soon with another one. Take care, Leo.